All right, welcome back to another College Confessions edition of Your Relationship Sucks! Exclamation point. Very excited about this. Love College Confessions, my favorite thing in the world. It's the best way to unwind from me working all day.
This is not a college confession.
Oh, it's not college confession?
I told you. That was a fake out. My bad.
Oh, man. See, but this is live. I'm telling you, this is live. Like, look, for people who want behind the scenes look, all that happens before is I say, are you ready to go? And she says, yes. And I say, what kind is this? And she either says it's College Confession, it's Wedding Wednesday, or it's normal. And that's it. That's all the information I get, right? So now I get jazzed up, and I'm like, oh, it's College Confessions. And it turns out it's not a College Confession. It's just regular. But
it's a regular problem.
But it is another edition of Your Relationship Sucks! Exclamation point. And so that's okay. I'm still all right because I love doing these. It's just that I really love the college ones because they sound so stupid. And every time they ask one, I'm like, I definitely had that same thought. Like, yes, 100%. I thought that exact same thing. Like, all the technology and everything could change. Like, none of the shit matters. I had the exact same problems that, however many years ago that was. But we got something, as we have just witnessed in real time. This is all raw. Everything. I haven't heard any of these. The audience hasn't heard these, but you've heard these. You got something good lined up for us. So let's jump into initial impressions. Hit me with it. What do you got?
My boyfriend got me a luxury gift, and I got him face wash.
Okay. Oh, yikes. Honestly, this sounds, my initial impression is that she's putting too much thought into this. She's psyching herself out about something that doesn't matter. That's my, and that's not a moral thing. I mean, between the two of them, I'm thinking this doesn't really matter. That's my initial impression.
Okay. I'm a 36-year-old female boyfriend, 32-year-old male, got me a heart-shaped pendant from Tiffany's for Christmas. I sneaked a peek into the blue box. On the other hand, I got him a skincare set from the Body Shop.
I don't know what that is.
I'm not sure what to do. Is this fine? Any advice? It's someplace in the mall that you've probably seen and never been anywhere close to because you don't wash your face.
Okay. Well, I mean, let's not spread fake news out there. This is disinformation campaign.
I mean, like, you don't wash your face with actual face wash
on a regular basis.
Not just a shower.
There is water that goes over these pores. So let's not just sully my good name out there in the fucking internet world. But how much? I honestly don't know. I don't know the answer to this. How much is a heart pendant from Tiffany's? By the way, while you look that up, just for people who are
I didn't know
watching,
people still bought Tiffany's.
Oh, well, here's the thing. So I just watched a documentary. I got a good documentary. I think it's on Hulu. It's about Tiffany's. And I don't remember the name of it, but you could just search like Tiffany's. I'm pretty sure Tiffany's is in the name. But it's just about Tiffany's. It's a little history or whatever, but it just kind of talks about the brand and like how all this shit kind of goes together. Super interesting, actually. Like if you like Tiffany's at all, or if you're interested in like the fashion world or anything like that, like any of those things, I actually would recommend that. It's a great watch. But you are shaking your head. I can't tell. Do you have something, or you can't find it?
I'm looking up the Tiffany's, like the iconic one where it says like Tiffany's and Co. That one's like $185.
$185? That's it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that expensive.
Okay.
Well, I thought it would be more.
Do they have like more expensive ones?
They definitely have. It ranges from 180 to like thousands of dollars. But I'm looking.
Thousands. How many thousands? It ranges to how many thousands ish?
Let's see. I'm looking.
Like more or less than 10,000.
Less than 10,000. I mean, there's a circle here that's
less than 5,000.
6,500.
Okay. All right. So.
There are some. It's not the heart pendant, but I mean, they do.
No,
have
but she
some
said
listed here.
No. She said heart pendant. I'm just curious. I just wanted to know the range. So if this is here's the thing. If you're gonna ask one of these fucking questions, like you got to be very specific, because what she is basically saying is, I have a question about it. Do I need to spend more? Do I need to match this gift? Right? Like that's basically her question, is like, what should I do? Do I need to buy this? Right? Now, I don't know how much the face lotion thing is from the Body Shop or whatever, but I got to think that's like 50, 60, 70, $80, right? That's my assumption. It's got to be something like that. Okay. Now, every couple has different things. Every family, anybody who exchanges gifts, everybody's got different like ideas about what it is, right? Like if I got $1 billion, I mean, whatever, I'll drop it. I'll drop tens of thousands of dollars on you. It's like it's not a thing. You know what I mean? Like who gives a shit? But if you're not a billionaire, obviously, that could come into play a little bit. So like, look, here's the information we don't have in order to answer this. We don't know, was there a gift limit? What type of heart pendant is this, right? How expensive was hers in relation, right? We don't have this information.
On the website, a heart pendant ranges from $185 to $2,500. Okay,
all right. And so, look, if he's buying her $2,500 worth of something, okay, that's a different discussion. Well, it's sort of a different discussion. It's not really a different discussion. It's sort of a different discussion than if he's buying her the $185, right? I mean, it's just different. They're just different things, okay? Here's sort of my take, right? You guys should have talked about this, okay? So here's the deal. In the future, if you're gonna buy shit for somebody else, either buy it for them and don't worry about it, or have a conversation about how much you expect them to buy back for you, okay? Have an expectation about how much things are supposed to cost. Because this is a dumb problem. Like, my guess is he's like, hey, you know what? I like this girl. I want to buy her something, whatever. He might be a guy who's like, I don't really give a shit if I get gifts. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need gifts or whatever. Like, this is great. I needed face wash, or, oh, this is cool. Like, yeah, we sort of talked about this at some point. That's the other thing, right? Like, I don't know. Like, why is she getting in face washes? Because she's like, you're fucking ugly? Or is it like they talked about it, or he was like, hey, I kind of want this, but I don't want to buy it myself or whatever.
Yeah.
There's any number of reasons. So, like, this is a bad question because, like, I don't know. I don't know the answer. I don't know enough details to actually give her anything other than like the basic platitudes, right? And so, like, it's hard to have a conversation with somebody if you don't know enough of the details in order to personalize it for them. So all she's saying is whatever. Look, here's my advice. Based on the information we have, my advice would be, don't fucking worry about it. Like, well, actually, no. Here's my fucking advice. Stop looking at your fucking presents before it's time to open them up. What are you, fucking 7? Are you shitting me? You're a fucking 36-year-old woman. You're not fucking 6, okay? You're 3 decades ago, it would have been okay if you stuck down, okay? Like, we used to sneak down, me and my brother, like, we used to sneak down to see the stuff, whatever. And at some point, my parents figured that out, and they were like, fuck it, we're wrapping all these gifts. Like, because they used to go and they used to set it out, and, Santa brought it and all that shit, whatever. Eventually, they were like, fuck that, we're just putting this shit in here. We're right from Santa. Like, we don't give a shit. My mom still does that, right? She's like, from Santa. Like, she's like, fuck that shit. I'm not letting you see this before, okay? You're 36 years old. Stop looking at your fucking gift. Wait until it's time to open your gifts before you start opening your fucking gifts. Are you kidding me? Like, be a fucking mature adult and wait. Have some fucking patience and wait for the fucking gift that you think you're gonna get, okay? That doesn't make any sense to me. She's like, oh, I looked in the fucking blue box. What the fuck? You saw the blue box, you know where it's from, unless he's an asshole or he thinks it's funny, which I might. Unless that's happening, you know it's from fucking Tiffany's. You don't want the surprise of what it's gonna be on fucking Christmas morning? Are you shitting me? Like, you're an asshole. You're a fucking asshole for looking at your gift early. I totally forgot about that part. That's why this shit's live, because I forget about stuff. My fucking ADHD's going all over the place. I forget, and then I get fired up because this bitch is out here and she's like, hey, you know what? I don't have to wait like everybody else, This dude probably hasn't even sniffed your fucking gift, okay? And by the way, if he did sniff your gift, he'd probably smell it and be like, hey, you know what? This smells like a fucking face lotion from fucking the Body Shop, okay? So he probably would have known, but you know what? He has respect for you, and he said, I'm not going to do that. But you're out here and you're like, oh, let me see. Oh, it's Tiffany's. Hey, you know what? I still need to know more information, even though I'm about to get this, so I'm going to be a shitty person, and I'm going to open this up and say, oh, look, he got me this thing, and then I'm going to freak out and ruin my fucking day. You know what? The problem that happened here is she's now not going to be, because people can't act, okay? Anybody who's like, I can act, you can't fucking act. You just can't. Like, most people can't act. It's not going to work. So she's going to open that shit up on Christmas or whenever they open their gifts, and he's going to know that she's already seen it, because she's not going to be able to hide that shit. And so he's going to know, and he's going to be like, really? Like, you saw that shit? And then it might be a problem. I'm telling you right now, it might be a problem.
Yeah.
It might actually be a problem, because he's going to be like, wait, so you knew that this was what this was, and then you didn't go get me a better gift than this shitty, like, one thing of fucking face lotion or whatever you got me, like, he might actually be mad now. But I can't believe that this girl, this woman, this 36-year-old woman, you're fucking 36 years old. You're a grown person. The fuck is wrong with you? And she can't sit there and be like, hey, you know what? Like, she saw it twice. She ruined it 2 different times. Like, the first time, unless he just put out the box, right? In which case, bad job by him, you know? But I'm assuming that she had to, like, kind of dig for the box itself. So she finds the box, and she's like, oh, shit, I'm getting Tiffany's, right? Which, I mean, every girl loves to get Tiffany's, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I mean, like there's certain things, like, if you see it, and it's like, boom, like, we want to do it, like, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
That's a thing. And so you already ruined that for him because, like, he would get to see, like, your face, like, light up and be like, oh, shit, like, this is what this is, you know what I mean? Like, oh, man, that's great. And then you had the fucking audacity to open that shit up and be like, oh, and you got me this. So now that shit's already ruined anyways. Like, there was still a little thing. Like, what did he give me? Did he give me a bracelet? Did he give me a ring?
Yeah, she took away, like the excitement of, like, gift giving. It has, like, 2 parts. You know, it's the receiving, but the giving is also part of, like, why people get so excited about Christmas. You know, not for everyone. Yeah, but, like, I mean, even just, like, picking the perfect gift, some people, like, enjoy giving more than receiving. You know, and so if he's that person, she just stole that from him, like, the entire point, and that has nothing to do with money. Clearly, though, she would have been worried about that as well.
No, she's a shitty person, you know? And again, this is why this is live, right? Like, I wasn't even thinking about that, and as I talk this out, you know, like, I just fucking hate this lady more and more. Like, I try to be on people's sides. I really do. I try to look for the good in people, but she fucked this guy. Like, this dude he went out, he bought the Tiffany's, you know what I mean? Like, that's a thing. It's a whole thing. Like, you're going to get it. You're going to do the thing. Like, it's a whole thing to do, especially if you started dropping some higher end cash, right? I mean, whatever, even at 185, like, fuck you that you looked at it. But especially if it's getting up there, it's like he did a thing. Like, he went out, he did a whole thing, and you're fucking immature, just adult, I guess. Like, I can't even call you an adult because you're so fucking immature. You have no goddamn patience. You can't wait to see what he got you. And so you see this, and that's what I mean, she fucking ruined it for him. Like, I hate that shit. I don't like that. I don't like that she ruined it for him.
I also, like, we didn't really talk about it, and I don't know. What's your take on, like, gifts needing to be of, like, the same amount of money, or, you know, the equal value?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's for the couples to decide, okay? Like you should be deciding that as a couple. Like, you should be talking about that. Like, hey, if we're going to exchange gifts, you know, we think it should be worth this, or it should be worth this, or whatever. Like, that's what it should be. And, you know, for the most part, like, who cares? If it's important to you, you should bring it up, okay? If it's important to you to say, like, your gift has to be more than mine, or our gifts have to be the same, or whatever. If it's important to you, then you should say it. But for the most part, like, look, just give a gift and, you know, like, get a gift and, like, don't be a dick about it. You know, I mean, that's my general take. But it's not like they don't have to be the same or whatever, but that's for every couple decides. So you got to communicate that. You need to talk about that shit. But either way, if somebody gets you a gift, stop fucking looking at it before you're supposed to open it up, all right? Just stop. Just fucking stop it. Like, you're not 4. Stop that shit. Doesn't make any sense. You know, I got nieces who don't do that shit. They walk by the same fucking presents every goddamn day, and they don't fucking open them up, okay? And they know what's in there. They know what's coming. Like, they know that there's shit in there that's going to belong to them very soon. Like, they get it. And they don't do that shit. And you're fucking 36 years old, and you're ruining it for this guy. I don't know. I think this guy should find somebody else. That's what I think.
I don't have anything to add. I agree.
Oh,
I think the biggest problem here is the fact that she opened the gift. If you're with someone who's going to get pissed at you about, like, a misunderstanding of gifting when you never talked about it, then fuck them. Like, that's a whole nother issue that's going to be a bigger issue down the line. You know, a miscommunication problem. Had she opened it, had she waited till Christmas, this would have been probably something, you know, if he did feel that way, they would have, like, laughed a little bit about it, and it wouldn't have even been, you know, that big of a deal that there was, you know, there wouldn't have been
time to laugh at it. It wouldn't have time to laugh at it because she would have been fucking blowing him already because he got her Tiffany's. Like, there wouldn't have been time to argue about anything. Like, that's the thing. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
like,
this dude not only missed out on his blowjob, but he also missed out on the gift giving surprise phase.
Honestly, that's probably why he did it. He probably did it because he was like, I'm gonna fucking get a blowjob for this shit. Like, that's probably why he did it, you know? Like, that fucking Lizzie McGuire, she did
Here,
that
I
shit.
mean, she can still do that and it evens out. You know, some body wash,
No,
some
no, no,
blowjob,
no,
and
no, no,
she's
no,
done.
no, no, no. It doesn't even out. But she should do it. But it doesn't even out. But she should do it.
Like a series of blowjobs is going to even that out?
I don't know. I mean, it's Tiffany's, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you got to decide what that's worth to you. But she seems like she's pretty pumped about it. So, yeah, at the very least, a series, you know, I don't know, maybe a whole network of them. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? But, like, that's, yeah, 100%. So, all right, I think we did it. I like that one. Even though we were tricked at the beginning, I still liked it. I enjoyed that one. That was a good one. But that was it. You saw the whole live process. Like, that whole thing right there. You saw at the very beginning, like, I'm getting lied to. And then as I go through, like, I'm just talking myself into shit because this is all raw. I'm telling you, this shit is all raw. There is nothing. And my guess is you're not going to find that anywhere else. Like, I go in blind. I risk being canceled on this more than any human being on earth. I'm telling you that right now. Like, of all the people that you see out there, like, saying stuff, this is the riskiest possible way to do that. Because literally anything could come out of my mouth. And because we just want to make content, like, we're still going to put it out there. You know what I mean? So, like, we haven't done one where it's like, oh shit, I went too far. Like, we can't say this. Like, no, dude, you said it. You got to stick with it. You know what I mean? So that's what this is. And that's what happened.
Yeah,
that's
I have to verify. My blood pressure gets really high at some points about what is going to come out of your mouth. Mostly because I know what comes out of your mouth on a daily basis off the camera. And
what is this? It's just this.
It doesn't mellow out on the camera. It gets more exaggerated. So
it's just the same. Like, this is what it is. This is just how I think. This is what I do. So that's what this is. I'm telling you, that's a hook. So if you like it, please tell your friends. I'm gonna add that one in at the end. Like, please tell your friends about this. Tell them, you know, help us out. Like, get, you know, it really does. Honestly, it helps us out a lot. If you listen on the podcast, please rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff. Check our YouTube. Please, you know, rate and subscribe or whatever. Actually, I don't think you rate it, but you can definitely subscribe. At night, definitely put that shit on and just play it, you know, like, but turn the sound down, but just like play that, you know, put it on the thing and just, you know, like, let your phone charge, but play our shit. It does help us out. We do appreciate it. If you have questions, you got something you want us to answer, you can email us. What's the email?
info.yourrelationshipsucks@gmail.com.
All right, you can hit us up there. You can still hit us up there if you want a T-shirt, you want to get yourself a Karma Cancer T-shirt, you want to get yourself or a loved one maybe, an I Got Dennis T-shirt. That's a great gift right there. That's what this girl needs to buy that for her. She needs to do the dentist. She needs to get an I Got Dennis. She's gonna get karma cancer, but she needs to do the dentist shit. 100%. If you want a T-shirt, you know, you want to buy one of those, hit us up. We'll get it figured out. You know, you want both of them, even better. So, you know, we do appreciate that, and we will be back next time with more rawness, more helping more people out. So we will see everybody there.